Yay Networks.
You're in such a bad mood. You're just picking at anything.
I'm not.
You're picking at pea water.
No, I'm not. It drives me nuts. Hey guys, episode 64. It's a hot one today, but it is cold in our basement. And I went and got a coffee, so I was like cold. I've been like that today. It's because I'm about to start my period. I'm like hot, cold, and then I'm like emotional. Everything makes me want to cry. And I know today for a second, I was like, am I pregnant? And then I was like, no, there's no possible way. I have an IUD in.
Yeah, and it hasn't actually been fireworks in this house lately.
I mean, I wasn't going to go there, but.
Well, that has to happen too, unless the UPS guy's showing up lately. Maybe he's having more luck.
Speaking of UPS, we have the best UPS lady that delivers our packages. She delivered my phone the other day and she was like, hey girl, she goes, I got your phone. I was like, oh, I've been waiting for this. She is the hardest working person and she is so sweet.
Yeah, she's sweet.
And she, like the heaviest packages, I'm like, I'll help you. No, I got it. This is my job. She needs a raise. UPS needs to give her a raise.
UPS has really good benefits.
I know they do, but I'm like, she needs like a raise. She's always on it. And she goes, anytime I see your name, you're first on my list to come deliver it.
And we got that long ass driveway.
I know.
Yeah.
But
I wouldn't like delivering to our house. But yeah, she's always got a smile on her face.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I don't think it's the worst life.
I didn't say it was. I said she needs a raise because she works her ass off.
Oh, all right. Well, it's not my department. I could use some money too. Maybe I could talk to UPS lady.
There you go. Talk to UPS lady. But last night we're recording, today's Friday, Thursday. We went to, what actually was it called? I'll let you, as you're about to gulp your beer.
Anytime I'm drinking a beer, it's a Friday. We're recording on a Friday.
Yeah. So talk about it. It's with your Daily Blast Live crew.
Right.
And y'all were down at the Clayton Hotel. We met a couple people who listened to this podcast.
Yes.
So nice. So those of you who, one person flew all the way from Texas. That's Paula. And hi, Paula. And she's been following us forever. And I just met so many awesome people and it was fun. And I'll let you take it away because it's your thing.
Yeah. And if you tuned in virtually, thank you for that. If you didn't, that's fine too. But yeah, so the job that I'm currently with, everyone knows Daily Blast Live. We had a show announcing that we're going to come out with our own podcast once a week just to try to keep the crew together. Mm-hmm. And they're pitching us around just to see if there's any chance we could get back on a different network, all that stuff, for whatever it is. Nothing's guaranteed. We're kind of just hoping a prayer at this point. But we put together this live event. Erica Cobb, who's a co-host on Daily Blast Live, puts together her own show. So she kind of is starting her own production company. So her production company put on, it's called Daytime Talk After Dark. And that's actually the name of our podcast too. So that'll be coming out next month. Wow. 2 weeks till our show ends from today, which is kind of sad. I was just in my studio. I had to go. I
watched your video. You look like you're about to cry.
I almost did cry. And my boss called me and he goes, what are you doing? He goes, I'm like, what's up? He goes, you're going to make me cry. Why are you at the studio by yourself? He thought I just went over there. Bert, who was on the podcast a couple of weeks ago, my boss. So he's like not only my boss, but a mentor and a great friend of mine. But so he called me. He's like, he thought I just went there because I was like sad, because last night, getting back to the event, but I was doing something at this show called Colorado and Company that films in 9 News. And they have me on once in a while. So it just worked out that we were off today and I was filming that. But going back to yesterday, I was very emotional at the event. If you did tune in, you saw. But I don't know. I go
Well,
through.
it's because all 5 of you were together and you were talking about your time together. 7 years is a long time. And you all, we say this, I feel like on every episode, y'all are like family. Nobody has big egos. A lot of people in your industry have big egos and they're not friendly. And all of you all are genuine and really care for each other.
Yeah. And it was sad because we were telling stories about the audition process and how we all met and, how we moved here and, the ups and downs we went through. And it was even more than I gave my brain space to to realize, so it kind of all hit me at once. And everyone working, it was a nice production. Erica put on a great production, and everyone working the production were people that work at DBL. And it's not just that I'm going to miss, the camaraderie between the hosts. What I love most about that job is all the people that work there, the camera guys, the PAs, the sound guys, the producers, everybody that works there. We became like a little family. So that's what I miss most. A lot of people, think it's just the on air or the notoriety or whatever. It's not. It's the family that we built there. We built a family atmosphere, always joking, cutting it up, and that's what hit me. Cause I'm like, man, if I do find a new job, when I find a new job, it's going to have to start all over. I'm sure I'll build some new friendships, but
you always do.
Yeah, always. But that it just hit me a little harder yesterday. So it was a great event. Jordan even came out for it, got dressed up and came out.
I know. And now I turned back into a pumpkin. If you see how I look right now, our next door neighbors are amazing. They helped us out and watched the kids for us so I could go. It's really hard to find a sitter.
Yeah, especially during the week, and most of the sitters are in high school.
Do you want to... Okay, wait, I have to tell you all this. So I picked Lawson up from school, and I was like, hey guys, we got to hurry up and get back home because I got to finish getting ready. We have this event we have to go to. And Lawson just starts crying. I go, what's the problem? And he's like, you guys always leave me. Why are you guys always go somewhere? Sure. I don't want to go anywhere. And that right there, I'm like, that just lets me know we don't go out enough for him to cry that we're going out. Because he's like, I don't want you to go out because they're used to me being home all the time.
But he also, I think it comes from me, he has FOMO, so he knows that we're doing something and he's not there to partake in it.
Oh, yeah.
So he's been like that since a little kid. I was like that growing up, like even with my family. I remember, my family and family friends were always close. And when they came over to my parents were big into games. I know you hate that. But we'd have game night, or our family, we played cards, or this game called Michigan Rummy. It's like you put like a penny in each of it's like this board, right? And there's like Ace of Spades, King of Hearts, Jack of Diamonds. So and when it's your turn to play, if you have that card, you get to take the money out of the little pocket. You know what I'm saying? It's called Michigan Rummy. I don't know if you guys
It's funny how you grow up. Like my whole family that the holidays, they hate games. And that's probably why I hate games. Like my mom, if I talk, for instance, if I'm not hating on you. Some families love that. Yeah. Some families don't. I was raised because my mom was like, I hate games. They're so stupid. And then that's probably why I'm that way.
Yeah.
And then your family, that's how you grew up with games and you love that. Like Lawson, if we go back to Chicago for the holidays, Lawson loves joining in when your cousin Tony is there and Kim. Yeah. And he loves joining in. Leighton before was way too young, so he didn't really get it. Normally I was off with Leighton in the other room. But this year, I'm sure they're both going to want to jump in and play games because they're
nice
to
older. Get together with family and do stuff like that, So where was I going with this? Oh, and then as a kid, that's where I was going. As a kid, I remember being too young, like Lawson's age, to play, but I always wanted to hang around.
Yeah. That's Lawson.
Yeah, I always just wanted to hang
around.
When
Lawson was a baby, he'd get mad if he wasn't around. He's just always been that way. This morning, my kids were both extremely tired because we didn't get home till 10:30. And Lawson, he was waking up and he did something with his eyes. And I had a flashback of when he was a baby. And I told him, I was like, you look just like how you did when you were 8 months old just now. I was like, it's weird when you get those flashbacks of how they look, or when I look at Leighton and he's sleeping. And I don't know. Again, like I said, I've been emotional this week.
Yeah. What's up?
I don't know.
Bert did say when he called though, he's like, he goes, because we did a story on the show about being proud of your significant other or whatever. And he goes, I looked over at Jordan. He goes, she was proud of you yesterday.
I love Bert. No, you did great.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
I'm glad he told me and you didn't.
What? You don't tell me anything.
You could say, hey, Jeff, great job, buddy. Way to go.
Yeah, I was there. I supported you.
That's you
don't ever give me a pat on the back.
Way to go to Dutch Brothers again today and get a coffee.
I did. I haven't had a coffee all week. I told myself coffee only on Fridays. That's like my treat.
Oh, really?
Like treat myself now, like just coffee on Fridays. So I got the kids, they love their cotton candy milkshake. And then I get them like a strawberry lemonade with boba. They're obsessed with that. And then if I go to boba, they call me out if I don't bring them something. So today I brought them their stuff. And it was good because the school had Kona Ice. And I was so mad that they have Kona Ice and they park it right in front of the kindergarten section. And then the kids get out and then they cry.
Yeah, it's a racket.
Because why can't we get Kona? I'm like, we got Dutch Brothers in the car. Let's get out of here. And my poor friend Lisa, she was stuck in that long line. I was like, see you later.
Yeah, it's a racket, that Kona Ice. All right, let's take a quick break and we'll come back.
Okay. Welcome back. So we're going to continue to do some Q&As. We're keeping this episode light and then we'll get back to
we didn't get a lot of questions yesterday.
Yeah.
And a lot of people at the event were asking questions. It's so funny that a lot of people who came to the event yesterday, like I said, the turnout was great. Thank you if you do listen to this and you came. But even if they didn't, they're like, oh my God, I love DBL. And they'd pull me aside because we did like a meet and greet. And they're like, every single person was like, oh my God, I love Big Brother too. Is Jordan here? Every single person was asking about Jordan. I'm like, oh yeah, she's out there. And then one of the other co-hosts, Sam, is like, maybe Jordan doesn't want to talk to all these people. And you keep telling everybody to go find Jordan. I'm like, what am I supposed to do?
I had the best time. I talked to I'm so bad with names. She was so sweet. I'm going to pull her name up right now. And Myrtle Beach. I was like, you are my person, Christy. And she is from Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. And so we talked about that. And I just love that.
Christy was awesome. She's great. Yeah.
And then she had a great question that she asked you all. And then another lady, her and her daughter listen, and her daughter does facials down in Cherry Creek. And they were super sweet and they listened to our podcast. So it's nice when people listen to the podcast and then they watch you on Daily Blast Live. And it's nice to hear something besides Big Brother because Big Brother was so long ago. And it's nice when people are saying, oh.
It's amazing that people still remember us 15 years from that. But I did want to touch on something that one of the questions, because I forgot who asked it, but I got into, it was at the end. But, it's weird. I don't know. Yesterday was just surreal to me because when all those people were there live in the audience and you're meeting them and people watching online, I know I'm on TV for a living, but it doesn't register in like my brain that so many people are watching and listening and followed like our journey and my journey. And I don't know, it just kind of hit home yesterday. I'm like, this is my dream and what I think about every day. And I've been doing it for so long, but it doesn't hit home until like a group of people get together and they're like, man, you really affected my life this way, or I watched this because of you, or I love your point of view. And it's like, I don't think about that ever. Well,
that's why I said, whenever you're like wanting to quit, that's why I was like, are you really going to like just go into a regular job? Yeah.
But I don't know, kind of hit home. That kind of made me very grateful, and maybe I needed
people
that.
Connect. It's just like, I don't know, back in the day when there wasn't social media and everybody loved Oprah.
Yeah, but
people
it's weird.
Felt like they could connect with her.
It's almost like numb to like comments, whether they're good or bad, they're just comments. But when you actually have, I always talk about the interaction face to face with somebody, it's like a different impact.
Yeah, it's true.
So it was, I don't know, it was a good feeling. It gave me a good vibe. So I feel better. And then in turn, you feel worse lately. It's all about balance.
No, I haven't been emotional at all, like about this whole thing. And I haven't, I don't know, maybe, like I said, maybe I'm about to start my period. I get like that when I'm about to start my period. And
hip, hip, hooray. Should be a great weekend.
And then I'm finally, not even just your job. It's just like stuff at my house rental stuff was going on. And it was just like every single thing was going bad for me this week. But let's get off that and let's start these Q&As. Okay. How do you set boundaries with your in-laws? I like Jeff's parents. They don't get on my nerves. It's so funny how many people you talk to who don't really like their in-laws.
Yeah, it's a thing.
Like my mom stays away and she just does her own thing. My dad,
he's cool, big
he
sexy,
comes down here.
Chills.
Jeff's parents, they don't bother me. They're nice. I feel like our parents all stay out of our business.
Yeah. And
like
they're just there to help.
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
My mom doesn't, I don't even think my mom has ever watched Daily Blast Live. She might if she's at home. It's like, oh, I just saw a little bit. And then she turns it off.
She gets annoyed.
Yeah, she gets annoyed and then she just turns it off. And so, I don't know. I think it's actually a good thing because you talk to people and it's like, God, my husband's mom is so annoying, or this person.
Definitely.
Because if your mom was the opposite, Jeff's mom's like the sweetest person. And I'll call her like randomly and be like, oh my God, listen to this story. And then I'll just gossip with her about that. Not bad gossip. I know the last episode I said I was going to stop gossiping. It's not bad gossip.
No,
it's
love
just
that
like
you do
talking
that.
about.
And my mom loves you too. Like she loves when you call, you know?
Yeah, no, she's sweet. And then we just talk about like random stuff. But if she was the opposite and a nightmare, I remember when I lived in Charlotte, people being like, what's Jeff's mom like? Because she's like Chicago Italian. And then I was like, she's actually not bad. I go, she's not what you think. And it's just, like a stereotype. You think like they're going to be mean. But
what's that northern?
But I couldn't imagine if you had an in-law like that was like mean or like cause problems between you and your partner, that could be.
Yeah, really see, it could be worse. Things could be worse.
Okay. Would you ever do your own reality TV show? That ship has sailed a long, long time ago. I don't think I'm really into that.
We've talked about that. I don't know, not on the podcast, but like just personally. And Jordan's scared because there's like a bad track record of people that, am I wrong? That people who go on reality shows, it kind of breaks up. Not go on reality shows. When there's a reality show about your family specifically, it kind of breaks them up.
Yeah, you do break up. Did you mention
that before?
Yeah.
You were weird about
if we did that, we break up and then you'd date somebody else and I'd remarry somebody else. And then our kids would be just a disaster and it would just all fall apart.
Who would you marry?
Actually, if we got divorced, I wouldn't marry anybody because I can't stand, couldn't stand to relearn the families. I'd be like, listen, I don't care about meeting your mom and your dad. I don't care about your ex-wife. Like,
I feel the same.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
It's a job. It's just like when I talk to my friends who are older and they have kids and they're divorced and they're like, oh my God. It's like, so where'd you go to college? What do you do? Why did you get divorced? It's the same thing. They go, it's like a job interview. That sounds terrible to me. I'd rather sit on my couch and watch a murder documentary and be alone the rest of my life than deal with another person griping to me about something.
Nobody would ever settle down with me because I'd be like on a Tinder date. First of all, we've never done those apps. And second, imagine like going to dinner and it's not working. I'd be like, so what's up, Jamie? Are we going splitsies on this? Because this isn't going anywhere.
Well, everybody I talk to says like they just want to have sex with you. Like they pay for your dinner, but then they want something after. And that wouldn't fly with me either.
You're getting like pissed. It's just hypothetical. Relax.
I know. I would be like, listen, we're not, just to let you know, we're not sleeping together. If you want to split this tab, we can do that. And you have a good night. But everyone, a friend of mine who lives in New York City, my God, you would think that place is full of just single people. It's just a nightmare for her. Dating? I'm like, I feel so bad for you.
That sounds exhausting.
It does. And no, thank you. Buying outfits and stuff. And the men even say it's expensive. One of our friends was talking about that. He thought him and this girl were hitting it off and she just wanted to go to expensive concert tickets and expensive dinners. And then when it came time to like actually like, all right, maybe we're like hitting it off. She's like, no, see you later. And
I'd be like, do you want to come over? I'll barbecue. Otherwise, see you later.
You wouldn't last. They'd be like, ew, he's too cheap.
This creep wants me to come over.
They want to find somebody that's like taking care of them.
I'm not a great catch.
What do you think of Angela's game on Big Brother 26? So I'm not watching Big Brother. Jeff is. So I don't even know who Angela is. So
I have been watching. Actually, I didn't watch who got evicted last night. So this is Friday. So I didn't watch that. But when I work out, I catch up with it. But Angela is an older lady. I think she's like 50 in the Big Brother house. And she is a character.
Character in a funny way?
No, she's crazy.
Yeah, she's confrontational.
Very confrontational. No, I can't say. But yeah, she's a little nutty. I don't want to like put her.
Where is she from?
Out there. I forgot, but she is one of the main. She's a great character on the show. I'll tell you that.
Is she still on?
She's still on, And she like the first
after making people mad. I'm
remember
surprised
I
they
told
didn't
you
get
about
rid of
her
her.
the first week she kind of blew up and this one guy went all in on this one guy for kind of like no reason.
Okay.
And then she like goes back to being like, I'm so sorry. I'm just normal. And then one thing happens. Oh my God. I have to say this, even if you don't watch Big Brother, you should watch this. So when you win HOH, right? This is hilarious. So when you win HOH, you get like the drinks you like or the food you like. You get to pick something out and then that's in your basket for the week. So it's kind of like special treatment. You get your own room and things like that. I'm sure everyone on this podcast is kind of familiar with Big Brother. But anyways, she got like a charcuterie board, like all these cheeses and meats. And she won HOH, right? But got put on slop. So she couldn't eat it for the whole week.
I thought you could if you were HOH. I thought it was like overrided. Am I wrong?
Something happened. I don't know. Maybe I'm not tuned in. She couldn't eat it.
Okay.
But I believe I don't know. Is she HOH? I don't know what happened. She couldn't eat it. Bottom line, she couldn't eat it. Maybe it was her leftover from the previous week. Okay. Whatever it is. So she was on slop for the whole week this week and it was going to go bad. So she gave it to the house. And all the other people were making a beautiful charcuterie board and stuff and eating it. And she was in the living room steaming. She goes, I can't believe they're eating my charcuterie board. Like super pissed about it. And then she goes in the diary room and she goes, I know it's going to go bad, but it's just something about it that they're eating my charcuterie board. And that's like the level of crazy you're dealing with. So every week it's like up and down.
That would be you. If somebody was eating your meat and cheese,
you would be
like, you're eating my meat and cheese, and you would have a problem. So if you're friends with
Angela, I would be kind of the same way when it comes to cheeses and meats. But it was just really funny. That was a funny clip that I totally forgot about. I sent it to my mom. I go, like I was watching, and I go, oh my God, this clip with the charcuterie board, super funny. Anyways, I guess you have to watch. Let's take a quick break, and then we'll come back and crush these questions.
All right, welcome back. Continuing on. Do you plan on having any more kids? No. If I was going to have more kids, it would have been right after Leighton.
You're answering these questions like you're on a job interview.
What? What do you mean? Where's your favorite place for date night?
Where is it?
We don't ever go. Jeff Grills. That's our date night. We don't ever go out. Or I'm ordering DoorDash, which I'm being better at.
We don't really have the best right around us. There's like a little sushi place we go to a lot. There's like a little Irish bar we'll go to here and there. But there isn't like there's not like a amazing steakhouse or, like real chain.
We're more, it's very chainy. I love Mexican food.
Yeah.
I could live off Mexican food and Greek food. Italian food too. I love, you know what? I like Italian food more so in the wintertime. If I know that sounds weird.
Because it's heavier. Like you're thinking like pasta.
Yeah. Like I don't want something that's super filling and then you're outside and it's super hot. First of all, I love to cook, but I like to go to places like restaurants where I don't cook that particular thing, So it's like when I go to like a restaurant, I'm like, I could make this better than this stuff is. What am I doing here? Jeff sounds like our retired neighbor. He says the same thing. We went out to eat one night. Remember, we went to Smoke and Fin and he's like, I could have made this food better. And I was like, I got two of you right now.
No, I say, but that's why I like
that's
going
what
out.
Rich
But that's why I like
retired
going
neighbor
out for
said.
sushi. Like I like going out for sushi because I'm not going to make that at the house. So I like going out and I'm happy with it. But if I go like to a Mexican place, although the Mexican place we go to is really good, but I'm like, I could just make that chicken at home and make my own tacos.
We have a clubhouse in our neighborhood that we go up to and they have food. And if we stay in the neighborhood and go up there and the kids see friends from school and they play. And then normally we see friends and go up there a lot. Plus we're friends with the bartender, Tyler, who's always up there. And yeah.
He's just always a fun time.
He's always a good time. How are the boys doing in school and how is Leighton doing in kindergarten? This was funny. Leighton's kindergarten teacher, I love her. She was Lawson's kindergarten teacher. And this happened actually, Leighton had his accident. It happened on a Thursday, but he told his teacher that Thursday.
Was that just a week ago?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my good. I feel like it was like 3 weeks ago.
I know. And probably because you took a gummy. But she said, Leighton goes, I'm not coming back to school. Or he said, I'm not going to be here at school tomorrow. And she goes, you're not? Why? And he goes, oh no, I'm not coming back though. And that's just so.
You told that story last week.
Oh, I did?
Yeah.
Did I?
Yeah.
He said, I'm not coming tomorrow. And she's like, you're not coming tomorrow. He goes, she said, why? And he goes, I don't know, but I'm not coming back. Oh man. I'm sorry. I'm tired. But yeah, no, Leighton kind of gives me a hard time about going to school. Lawson loves school and he loves his teacher. I think Lawson thinks his teacher's hot. That's why he always talks about his teacher. His teacher's cute. She's very cute.
Yeah, whatever. So she's got a picture of her and Rick Springfield, like blown up in her classroom.
Oh yeah. And she makes the kids say something.
Yeah. So then the other day, Lawson was out, we were in the driveway and Lawson was out playing. And what did he say? He just yelled out like Rick Springfield or something. I'm like, Rick Springfield? I'm like, where'd you get that from? He goes, my teacher has a picture of her and Rick Springfield up in the classroom. Yeah. And then I noticed that when I went in there for like the teacher thing or whatever. And I have a picture with Rick Springfield too. So next time.
You do?
So if Lawson's not doing good or something and we have to go in for a little conference, I'm gonna be like, hey, check this out.
When did you meet Rick Springfield?
When I was
in Nashville?
I was on this hot date with this chick that you don't know. No, okay. When I was in Nashville doing that that waiter thing.
Okay.
Yeah, I did this charity thing in Nashville. It was really cool. We had to be waiters for like wealthy people around Nashville and outside Nashville, but they invited me. I don't know why. And I was one of the waiters. And then they brought like the celebrities, which I wasn't one of them, like into the room. And it was Richard Dent from like the Bears, Eddie George, who I just showed you, like Tito Ortiz, who's an Ultimate Fighter. Yeah. I ended up having dinner with him.
That's awesome.
So many other people. That girl, Jessie, who's married to the football player.
Oh, Jessie Decker.
Jessie Decker and Eric Decker were there. Mm-hmm. Rick Springfield. There was, I'm forgetting.
There was a Rascal
Mark
Flatts,
Hamill,
the guy from.
Who's the skater, the bald guy? He's the ice skater. Is it Mark Hamill?
Oh, I don't know.
I don't know. It was a while back. But I met so many cool people. I'm like, what am I doing here?
Yeah.
Why'd you just look at me like that?
Well, you might have been more relevant then. Maybe that was when you got
out. Looked at me like you made me feel really bad about myself.
What do you mean?
It was for charity.
Good for you.
All right.
I'm proud of you. That was great.
Okay, this is going to be a fun weekend. I already know your period's coming. This is going to be a horrible
Nashville.
weekend.
That was before Nashville was super cool. Now Nashville, it's trendy to be in Nashville and pretend to be a cowboy and a cowgirl.
All right. Well, sorry for sharing fond memories.
I've heard the story 1,000 times.
No, you haven't.
Yes, I have.
You said, when did you meet Rick Springfield?
I didn't know it was then at the charity thing. I thought we lived in LA. You could have met him in LA.
All right. Next question.
Okay. Jeff, do you still call Jordan Love? Like, hey, Love. It was always the sweetest.
Not anymore. No, I absolutely do.
Lawson and Leighton, sometimes Lawson will be like, Love. And like say that.
Oh, they do?
He'll call me that. And I'm like, what? And then he'll say, why does dad call you that? Or he'll ask.
I don't even notice I say that.
I don't even know how you even start. I think you started calling me that in the Big Brother house, didn't you?
I did? What a creep.
I don't know.
But yeah,
I think you did. I want to say you did. What do you mean a creep? We were dating.
In the Big Brother house?
Not the first time we met. The 13.
I don't know when that started, but yeah, I've been doing it. I don't even notice it. That's how long I've been doing it.
I don't even notice it.
I've been doing it since Rick Springfield was famous.
Can you give me a shout out? I'm retiring from school in 3 months. Oh, congratulations. Went 11123. That's amazing. And congratulations.
You calling it quits in the middle of the school year?
No.
Finish strong.
Wait.
I'm just kidding, by the way. Way to bite on that.
Sorry. I'm
What's
trying to get it right.
I'm talking to like a bag of air.
Sometimes I talk to a bag of air some days.
Really?
Yeah, some days. Okay, wait. If you could live one day in any TV show or movie, what would it be? I know what you're going to say. Well, I kind of think
you know what I'm going to say, but I don't know if I'd want to live in
Seinfeld. That's what I was going to say.
No, I thought you were going to say gladiator.
Oh.
But I wouldn't want to live in I wouldn't want to be a gladiator.
No, I wouldn't.
All right, I'll fix it.
You did?
All right, don't touch it. I'll fix it.
Don't touch it.
Almost, they're flooding.
All right,
Don't touch it.
Almost flooding.
So finish that.
Leighton stuffed up the toilet. That's like he does it every week. Once a week, he stuffs up her toilet.
It comes from Jordan's side, for sure.
No.
You're a toilet clogger.
No, I'm not. Okay, how about every morning I walk in the bathroom and I have to flush your pee? You never flush the toilet. Your pee, I could go into any bathroom right now, get up and walk to any bathroom and there's pee in the toilet.
If it's yellow, let it mellow.
Oh my gosh.
What? Don't you know the rule?
No. You got to flush it. It's gross and it smells like pee. If they shut the door, it'll smell like pee.
That's from the middle of the night.
Every morning I walk in and you pee in the morning and you don't flush. And then you get your stuff on and you go down to the basement and work out. Then I come here and the toilet in here has pee in it. No one uses this toilet down here but you.
You're in such a bad mood. You're just picking at anything.
I'm not.
You're picking at pee water.
No, I'm not. It drives me nuts every morning. I'm like, it's gross. And then like the boys don't flush the toilet and they poop. And I'm like, really, guys? Can somebody do something instead of me flushing all the toilets? And we're going to do one more question and we're done.
Do you need a little getaway?
No, I don't. Everything's about, actually, we'll end it on this because pretty much a lot of the questions.
You didn't answer what TV, I thought that was a good question.
Sorry, I got carried away.
Yeah, you went on a rage. So what TV show, that's a good question. What TV show or movie would you like to live in? That's a cool question.
Oh no. Okay, wait,
I love like timepieces, you know what I mean? I'm thinking of like Tombstone or like Gladiator. I'm thinking of like the 20s.
I don't know why this popped it. Well, actually, this just popped in my head because I just watched Twister, the new Twister. The actress on there is from Where the Crawdads Sing. That is my favorite movie, and it's a sad movie, but kind of I like that.
What?
I love that.
That's where
movie.
You could be with the Egyptians and everything, and that's where you want to be?
Well, it's like, it looks like you're in the South, like on the beach and that moss trees. I know, but I love it. Like her little town, and she's just like in this little house in the middle of nowhere, and then the moss trees, and I love it. But it's a weird story. That's kind of a weird answer to give, but it's because I just watched Twister and that actress was on there, and that's why it came to my mind.
All right, I'm going big. I would like Egyptian time. I don't know what show exactly, but wouldn't you like to be curious about like Egyptian? What it'd be like to live there, or in the Roaring 20s? Wouldn't that be sick?
Yeah, that would be cool.
Or like even the Tombstone era, like the Wild West, the Gold Rush. I mean, life wasn't great, but it'd be cool to like pop in.
It.
Or even, you know what? I always watch like Game of Thrones, you know? Like, I don't know why. It just seems so cool, like drinking ale out of that, whatever, you know, they have like horns and stuff, and just eating a chicken under candlelight and just getting smashed and whatever, sleeping in whatever. I don't know.
That sounds terrible.
I'd like to do that for like a night. You know what I mean? In like a castle. Wouldn't that be dope?
I don't know about that. That's not me.
And you just, if you feel like it, you just stab somebody and nobody cares.
Yeah, they were ruthless back then.
Yeah.
If you stole, you get your hand chopped off.
Or the Wild West, a card game, someone cheats, you can just shoot them.
No. Oh my goodness. I can't even imagine. Okay. Ending on this, because a lot of the questions were, what are you going to do? We've kind of talked about this with Daily Blast Live ending, because today you did a post and people were checking on you and worried about you because you were in the studio alone by yourself at Daily Blast Live and you showed it. I saw it.
Didn't I mention that at the top?
Did you?
I thought so. Isn't that why I mentioned Bert? He called and he goes, dude, what are you doing posting that? Or did I tell you? Or
did you tell Riley? I think you told our producer, Riley.
You talked about it at the top.
I did talk about it.
Are you serious?
Yeah, where's your mind going?
I have no idea. See, I'm crazy.
What's happening?
I have
Do you need
no
to
idea.
get a hotel room tonight?
No. I don't know.
I'm going to take the kids out and you just take a dark nap. Go in the Go in the room.
Okay, well, ending it on this, everybody's asking about your job. am giving recommendations and like
Oh,
Jeff,
recommendations?
Yeah, somebody said you need to have your own YouTube channel and you need to get sponsors behind you and just do your own cooking and travel thing and then do it locally. It's basically like what you said
Yeah,
with
that's a-
one show.
that's-
You had an idea. Somebody had wrote in about that.
Wow. I mean, I guess I'm not giving too much away, but I'm actually pitching that around right now to do my own thing. I said, I came to a realization at one point, getting just back to my career, and we'll close it. But I was like, the politics are really dividing America. And we talk about politics a lot on the show. And I really don't have a stance. I'm kind of independent. And you get labeled one thing or the other. And it's really affected kind of my psyche as well as my career. And you just get labeled certain things that aren't really who you are. So I was talking to someone recently and I was like, I just want to get back to what I love, and I just want to get back to entertainment and entertaining people and being with people and meeting with people and talking to them through food and travel and cool experiences or cool things around your town. So I've been pitching shows like that around Colorado. I haven't got anything yet, but I was thinking, and a lot of feedback I got was, you should just start that yourself. Like you just do your own thing and then the other people will come.
That's what that person, right?
Yeah. So that's amazing that people are thinking that and that there's already interest there. So it's really, that's kind of my next step in my head, is just to do that on my own. So if I don't get any offers, you might see me around town, and that might be the working title of my show.
There we go. All right. Thank you so much for listening, downloading, subscribing, tagging a friend. I'm going to go take a nap and Jeff's going to take the kids. And we will see you guys next
to inject you with.
What?
And I'll see you tomorrow. Night, night.
Yay Networks.